In the Heights is a Lin-Manuel Miranda stage play, and it's 2021 adaptation, directed by John M. Chu. Is right now it's rated as being one of the best films of the year, and I disagree with that quite a bit. Now, I just want to say I love musicals, okay, and this one right here, yeah, I could not get into it at all. I have no disrespect to Lin Manuel Miranda, but there was okay. The one thing that I really liked about this film was John M. Chu's directing. I thought that the camera work and some special effects, camera tricks, and everything were quite good in this. But okay, okay, put it this way: you have to like that kind of music in order to like the film. This isn't like some other things where if you don't like that kind of music, you can still get into it anyway. Sometime last week, I reviewed Robert Altman's Nashville, which is a symphony of country music. Now, I don't like country music. Well, I don't mind that old style of country stuff, but I do firmly believe that even if you don't care for country music, even that old style, that you still like the movie because you can get so invested in those characters and all those stories that you can still get into it. But in the case of In the Heights, that's not the case. I'll give you a better example, okay? I don't like rap music either, but watching things like 8 Mile and Straight Outta Compton and Juice, those movies are astonishing, especially Straight Outta Compton and Juice. Even though I didn't like the music that was being presented, I could still I was still just so completely absorbed and so amazed by everything that happened. But within the Heights, that was not the case at all. See, I'm used to those musicals like My Fair Lady and The Music Man. But this right here, the music is not good at all. Okay, a lot of the people in this do have good voices, I'll admit, but the music that surrounds them, the songs themselves, it's that crappy, dancey, poppy, hip hop esque bubblegum music that I don't think sounded good in in a musical like this. Now this one here has a couple of characters, a couple of different storylines to it, and I thought that given its critical acclaim, that it was going to be a story that it was going to be a case similar to Straight Outta Compton and Juice, where where I didn't need to where like even though I wouldn't be a fan of music, I would still be absorbed in the movie as a whole. But that really wasn't the case in this. Because I wasn't a fan of the music, that really drowned out everything else that happened. Because of that, I couldn't get into all the other characters. This movie that's really about the American dream, and usually movies that are about the American dream are done quite well. But because the songs in this were because I didn't like any of the songs in this, it really put a damper on everything else that the movie had to offer. So yeah, if you like this kind of music, I highly recommend watching the film. If you don't like this kind of music, skip it because you won't like the movie at all. See, if this movie, okay, it's supposed to be a contemporary hip kind of thing, but So I guess that they kind of did justice to making it contemporary and hip by having that kind of bubblegum music. I just simply didn't like it for that reason. And even if that kind of music was more up my alley, it did have that type of. It's a cheesy movie, also. It's pretty corny, but it doesn't have that same likable charm that something like Grease has, or anything else for that matter. Because the movie didn't, because I didn't like the movie. But the movie, yeah, it could have been worse. But yeah, it's really not for me. And if you, as I said, if you don't like this kind of music, it won't be for you either. So I'm gonna give In the Heights 2 stars out of 4.